Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about all the different campaigns which are kicking in after this maintenance because, boy, there are a ton of different campaigns. So the main campaign I want to talk about is Aim for 12-Star Step Up campaign. So there are multiple steps to this campaign. So step 1 is complete the main storyline and get enhancement funds. And they're actually pretty generous over here. All you need to do is simply just complete the story and then you actually get 5 million N Meseta as well as 100 star gems. Super nice over here. But if we scroll down, there's also a limited time story completion campaign. So when you actually complete the story before June 4th, so you actually still have 2 months for this, and literally the main storyline takes like 8 hours at most, you get an additional 100 star gems as well as 1 million N Meseta. So there is a ton of incentive to just blast through the main storyline if you have not done so already. Now do not worry, as I said earlier, if you've already completed the story, you will get all of these rewards front loaded the moment you log in, so that is really nice. Now step 2 of this campaign is what makes it actually absolutely busted over here, because remember the treasure shop? I made a video before where I was like, oh yeah, you might need to spend star gems to buy the Trisalia weapons and all these armors and stuff. I was wrong because as many people pointed out in the comments of that video, there are 2 different treasure shops. There's the SG one and there's the Meseta one. And I'm happy to see that they actually decided to put all of these weapons into the Meseta treasure shop, which means that you can actually purchase a Trisalia weapon with preset skills already on it for only 30,000 N Meseta. And you can also buy Tristasis armors with preset skills on them for 30,000 Meseta each as well. And what's even crazier is you can actually buy Mars updaters for 36.5 thousand each. That's a 75% off discount, and that's going to be helpful for a lot of newer players, a lot of returning players. Basically, all you're going to do is screw the entire gearing up process. You're just going to buy all of these items right here. You're going to equip it the moment you hit the level requirement, and then you're going to upgrade them into the Acosalia weapon, because that actually flows into the next part where it is the equipment upgrade exclusive enhancement support campaign. Again, this campaign will last for 2 months, but as you can see here, it applies to all of these weapons from Exalio, Duosalio, Trisalio, Acosalio, as well as all of the armors as well. And you get a great enhancement success rate plus 100% and 90% off everything. That's actually absolutely insane. So you don't really need to care about efficiency at all, because there's a 90% off discount for everything. Everything's going to cost like peanuts, because remember, even the enhancement and Meseta discounts 90% off, the limit breaking, the required materials, everything. So that's actually really busted, as the materials is 90% off as well, which means we actually don't need to farm that much, as we'll basically be able to make these items right off the bat. And then the cherry on top is we actually earn an additional 1 million N Meseta for making a single Acosalio weapon. So yeah, you're actually making money by upgrading your weapon, which is actually pretty crazy. So basically the TLDR is, after this update, everyone, the bare minimum, you guys should all be using an Acosalio weapon. That is the bare minimum, because you're actually making money by making one of these. So please, if you don't have an Acosalio weapon and you're like, oh, whatever weapon is still fine, shut up. Make this weapon. Now that you've made your Acosalia weapon, it is time to actually play the game and do some content. So there is the new Leciel exploration update. Leciel exploration is drastically different now. I personally like this iteration of Leciel exploration because it's a linear line. You turn off your brain, you don't need to think. Everybody unga bungas, kills everything, gets to the last boss and kill the last boss. And on top of that, you also get to pick your buffs every time you clear a room. So you know, not everyone gets the same buff. If you have a very specific build, you can max out crit damage, crit rate, or whatever different modifiers to fit your personal build. So I like this quite a bit. And as you can see here, we just need to clear Leciel exploration 15 times and you get a whole bunch of goodies over here. However, do not sleep on the limited time tasks as well, because there's a bunch of N Meseta to be earned there as well. Now for those who are like, okay Caro, I've done my 15 runs, what now? Well, you can continue to run Leciel exploration because there is a new weapon series over here, the Clero Dim weapons, and well, all of those new EX augments are tied to these weapons, and you will be able to transfer these EX augments off these Clero Dim weapons onto your Acosalia weapons if you choose to do so. Now, of course, you can skip the whole Acosalia thing, but I still recommend making at least one weapon to redeem all those rewards, because again, you're earning more Meseta than you're spending to actually make the Acosalio, so you're earning money and materials and stuff. But after you've made your first Acosalio, if you don't like the weapon potential and you prefer the Clerodim's weapon potential, then you can also upgrade that as well. Just understand that the Clerodim weapon does not benefit from all of the equipment upgrade exclusive enhancement support campaign. As you can see here, the Clerodim is not listed over here. It stops at Acosalio. Now, other than the Leciel exploration update over here, we also have new equipment. So on top of the campaign for our Acosalio, as well as the Clerodim weapon, we also have the new Legend Rarity weapon series over here. So if you want to make these, you can also do that. But now with all those campaigns out of the way, it's time to talk about what I personally am most excited about this update, and that is of course the Braver class update, because the Braver is getting some massive changes. So as we can see here under system updates, these are all of the balance changes for the Braver. I will leave this link in the description below if you want to read it for yourself, but as you can see, the TLDR is Katana Bravers are eating good. Alright, Katana Braver got buffed to high heaven. Katana Bravers essentially just got increased potency across the board, and it's just gonna be a lot more fluid to play, and yeah, they just giga buffed a crap ton of stuff for the Katana. I will go over all of this into more detail when the Braver is actually out. I will do a full review as I've tested everything to show you guys the big changes. Now, I do have some bad news, and that is of course for my Bow Bravers out there. The Bow Bravers did not get that big of a change. Yes, you guys did get potency increase for all of your different abilities. However, I don't feel like the changes were that drastic. Like, yes, there are changes. Yes, you know, they did make the bow better, but I don't think it was the changes that people were hoping for. I think most Bow Bravers wanted something a little bit more drastic, like a real overhaul to make bow great again. However, yeah, unfortunately that did not happen. So I'm sorry for all of my bow mains out there. Unfortunately, the buffs for your bow is greatly overshadowed by all of the buffs that the Katana got. And last but not least is, of course, there are new cards for Line Strike over here, and there is a new AC Scratch Workers Ensemble. Now, if you made it this far in the video, today's live stream is going to be NGS. We are going to be playing a crap ton of NGS. We're going to be testing out all the new content, testing out the Braver, experimenting with things. So make sure to catch me on Twitch on twitch.tv/keroppi_sensei.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.